Hello there, and welcome to another commentary by Moletrap of SC2GG.com, and this is going to be part of the first round of the World Cyber Games US Open tournament, and this is between Artosis, who's going to be in the blue here at the 6 o'clock position in the bottom of the map, and Nyoken, who's going to be in the orange up here at the top of the map in orange. And I'm looking for, this is basically, I mean, this whole tournament has basically the top players in the United States, some of the top players in the United States, facing off against each other. This is an invitational, basically some of the players who did the best in the World Cyber Games Nationals last year. So expecting some very, very, very top level play in this game, and I'm looking forward to some exciting matches. Artosis, oh, by the way, is a very, very good caster in his own right. He's casted some other tournaments before, and the fact that he is such a top-level gamer means that he is able to analyze situations really extremely well, and just know exactly what's going on in any certain situation, exactly what the players should do. And so I wonder if that's even helped him in his gameplay to analyze so many other situations. I know that oftentimes studying games will even help you out in playing better. So both players going for a very standard build so far. This is, by the way, is the map Gaia, and I'll show you the map here real quick. So I don't know, you might be able to see it on the mini-map. Basically, you've got your main base, and you've got a ramp that goes down to your natural expansion. Okay, and then there's lots of little ramps all over the map for flanking and that sort of thing. And your next expansion is either going to be just south of this one, and kind of outside, and that's a mineral only. Or you can kind of go up these little ramps, up these ridges here, and there's a gas expansion up there. But they're kind of all going to be, all your expansions are going to be pretty difficult to get to, and very difficult to hold, I guess. So that's something to just to keep in mind here. So let's see back to what the players are doing. We see a barracks going down here, and a refinery already raking in gas for Artosis. Probably going to see him go into a quick factory, which I'm not surprised in Terran vs. Terran. And it looks like Nyoken is doing the same exact thing here. Both players setting out their scouts as well. So both players basically doing identical builds. And that's one of the things about the game of Starcraft, is it's been worked out to, it's funny, it's kind of been worked out to a science, in the sense that there's a lot of things that players just really know how to do extremely well, but in the other sense, there's always something new that can happen. You know, you never know exactly what's going to happen. Someone can always invent a new strategy or a new something or other that's going to be make things a lot different. So both players are going to scout each other second, basically. Let's see. Oh yeah, the other thing I forgot to mention, there is a bridge right next to the natural bases here, so that can make it a little bit easy to defend. You've got this bridge that you can just kind of hold. It's a smaller location. It'll bottleneck enemy troops trying to get in there. But at the same time, it can also mean it's difficult to get out. You can get contained just as well. It looks like Nyoken able to get a Marine on his ramp here, able to send back Artosis' SCV. So Artosis is not going to be able to get in there to see what he's doing, which he's gotten a machine shop. He's still got his SCVs on gas, so we'll see if he goes for a second factory, or he could be saving up for upgrades such as siege mode or something like that. It looks like, I didn't catch it over here, but it looks like Artosis was not able to stop Nyoken's SCV from getting in, but he did build another Marine, and was able to, because of that, stop the scout any further. But now Artosis is actually building a starport here. We could see something very interesting. He's building a tank. He's probably building a tank for some kind, just for defense. Obviously, you kind of need tanks out. If your opponent comes in with tanks, you're going to need them too. Tanks are very good for defending situations like this, where he's probably going to go for some kind of, he could go for some kind of Wraith Rush, or he could put down a control tower, which we'll see in just a moment, and go for, yeah, he's going for a control tower, so he's going for a drop. So we'll see what he builds next. He is building another tank, so he could be going for some kind of a 2-tank drop, or he could just be going for early drop ships. We'll have to see. It's not certain at this point. It looks like Nyoken, on the other hand, has done a starport as well. Both of these players have gotten starports. Although Nyoken has gotten the Wraith out. Nyoken is getting the Wraith out, and he's researching cloak. So Nyoken is going for. No, they're both doing that. They're both doing it. He's not getting dropships because of the fact that I didn't see him produce something immediately. I thought he was going to get dropships, but they're both going for a Wraith rush. Wow, I know they didn't plan this, but man, that is incredible that they happen to pick the same strategy, and we see this sometimes even in professional Korean games. Players end up getting the exact same strategy. So they're both mounting up tanks basically to hold off any ground pushes that'll come in, and then on the other hand they're going for these raids. And the thing is neither player has an armory, neither player has an academy, so it's going to be a kind of basically a battle to see who can adapt the quickest to what's going on, to see who can. I hear something going on. Okay, so Artosis knows that Nyoken has a Wraith out because this barracks is getting hit by the Wraith. He's trying to stop the Wraith from getting too far into his base and seeing what he's building there, which is just supply depots. No, he is building an academy actually. I don't know if he has any clue that Artosis was going to be doing this, but he has built an academy. So Nyoken is going to be. Well, no, actually, Artosis has an academy also, but Artosis is getting the engineering bay critically because he saw that Wraith out, and that's going to be a huge advantage, I think, for Artosis because even with the academy out, it's really difficult to pick off Wraiths in the long run, and he's just really just hammering down that barracks. He really wanted that barracks to go down. We'll see if he plans down something else or not. And it looks like Nyoken also building an engineering bay, but Artosis is going to have his engineering bay out quicker, and that's going to be absolutely crucial because only a couple turrets. All you need is a couple turrets in order to hold off a Wraith rush. It's much more difficult to hold off with Comsat. And let's see, he doesn't even have Comsat, and Nyoken critically cloaks and runs away right before he had an opportunity to. Sorry, my mouse got out of control there. He had an opportunity to pick off this SCV and do some damage while he was cloaked, but it just did not happen. He's missed his opportunity. Now Nyoken has. Nyoken has missed the opportunity because Artosis has those turrets up, and Artosis is kind of throwing away his Marines there. Well, I guess he didn't see those tanks coming in there. If you're a Marine, that's not what you want to see. And it looks like Nyoken is actually just going to go for a kind of a containment here, setting up turrets instead of in his base. He's setting up turrets outside of Artosis' base, setting up siege mode as well. Outside of Artosis' base, Artosis is going to have to defend here. It looks like he is researching siege mode himself, but it's going to be a few seconds before he's evened up with that siege mode because he delayed his. He got his engineering bay first, and Nyoken delayed that. And Nyoken has comm set up. Nyoken critically picking off just one of Artosis' raids. It looks like somewhere along the way, Nyoken. No, I'm sorry. The raids were just on top of each other, so I couldn't tell that there were actually 3 there for a moment. So Nyoken has all 3 of his raids. 1 is slightly damaged, and in the meantime, oh, he's shelling Artosis' base. Artosis taking several hits from Nyoken before. Oh man, he doesn't even get a shot off. I don't think he even got a shot off with his tanks. Maybe 1 shot here. Yes, 1 shot, which is going to be easily repaired. So Artosis in a lot of trouble here. He has lost all of his tanks right now. He's producing more, but in the meantime, and he's getting another factory to put out some more tanks as well. But in the meantime, he is extremely contained. And so Nyoken now has an advantage of more than double the amount of tanks. Well, double the amount of tanks at the moment, and he's got, I think, more incoming here. Let's see what's going back at his base. He has not built his second factory yet. We're probably going to see a second factory for him going up pretty soon since he is setting up his expansion. That's the one advantage that Artosis does have, is he has his expansion up and running a lot sooner, so he's got extra gas coming in here. So you can see he's lining off of 2 gas mines already. Oh, well, never mind. Nyoken has his expansion up too. He doesn't have the gas up though. And in Terran versus Terran, gas can be extremely critical. And oh man, Nyoken going with all of his tanks. He critically misses the siege tank. I don't know if he's within range of that siege tank. He does almost kill that tank. Looks like 1 more shot will do it. 1 more shot does take it out. But at least Artosis was able. No, Artosis leaves the game. We realize that he doesn't have anything left to to fight with, and he exits the game. So Nyoken takes game 1, but it is best of 3. So we'll see what happens in game 2.